I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
I know a little I just did cocaine. Maybe I should have. Maybe I would have enjoyed this more if I did cocaine. It's a hell of a drug. Made a lot of good movies in the 80s. This is the final request for Guillermo. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate the request, the donation to my PayPal. It was a generous one. That's why he got quite a few reviews. If anyone wants to request pretty much any type of review, movie topic, whatever type of video, you do request it directly to my PayPal or join me on my Patreon. Both of those links are down below in the info box. This movie sucks dick. With capital fucking suck. I already lost my fucking voice just thinking about this piece of shit. And why am I so mad about this? Because this film is so fucking overrated as a horror film. It's like a 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb, which maybe is not that great when it becomes a brand new movie, but at one point it had 100% Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going, are you fucking kidding me? I don't know if it's like that now. The acting's not bad. It's only 56 minutes long, so it wasn't too long of a boredom fest. What this is, to me, is a shitty version of Unfriended. I know there's a lot of people that did not like Unfriended, and I can understand because the characters on Unfriended are not likable. The way I looked at the film was that was done on purpose because at least Unfriended to me took the same formula that this one does, where it's a paranormal event done on a screen, only that was Skype. This is Zoom. I didn't even know what the fuck Zoom was. Never even heard of it until now. Shows how far behind I am with the times. And then this paranormal event happens, has the same type of fucking ending that you would... Almost the same fucking ending where someone goes to the camera. Almost the same fucking ending now that I think about it. But Unfriended, I thought, did something interesting where it was dealing with themes of cyberbullying. It was dealing with things... the characters who, even if you don't like them, they're supposed to be, you think, decent people. And then throughout the course of Unfriended, I like the idea that you find out these are the same type of trolls, two-faced people, people that will stab you in the back that you would see online and be anonymous, or to the side would say the most horrible shit. And they might have one type of persona. As the tension builds and the stress builds, their true colors come out. And so then you have the characters turning on each other. And what you thought was a good set of friends, there's backstabbing and one cheated on the other. And I liked what he was trying to do. So while I'm a guy, yes, I prefer likable characters. I get what he was trying to do. I understood what he was trying to do. And while Unfriended is not a perfect film, I appreciated, I thought it gave another element, a more interesting element. This doesn't have any of that. People say, well, it deals with the quarantine. Not really. They say a couple times, and at one time someone puts on a mask. That's it. The plot of the film, 6 or so friends are going to do a seance. There's 6 people, 5 girls and a guy. Then the guy's wife says, we gotta go. And so it's the 5 of them. And then there's this other girl. Like, you have the certain screens with their faces. Then you have the girl at the bottom that's going to lead the seance. And then she disappears because she loses internet. But what's weird is that when we saw her, something like fell. But then that's never addressed. Just when the characters call the person, I assumed, oh, okay, it's not going to be really her, or it's her voice, but someone imitating her voice. No, it was her voice, and then we never hear from her again, so I don't even know what happened to that character, if that character's alive or dead or what. I don't think we ever get to know what the fuck happened to that character. Okay. And then again, that doesn't explain loss of internet doesn't explain. Does it seem like nothing else was happening with the girl and nothing else? Whatever. So then mostly it's these 5. And okay, this is a 56-minute movie. Has about 2 minutes of credits. The first 30 minutes, I'm going to give you what it is. This is all it is. 5-10 minutes of them meeting and greeting. I can't tell you a fucking thing about any of these characters. Even a film like Unfriended, you got to know the characters because you got to know their faults. You got to know their two-facedness. I know that's not a word. You got to know their secrets. There's been other films like this. The Den. There was this Elijah Wood film called Open Windows, which I didn't care for. I reviewed The Den. You can see my thoughts on it on YouTube, on my channel. Same thing, I reviewed Unfriended. I didn't review Unfriended Dark Web. I just didn't care for it. I just thought it was a less interesting version of the first movie. Searching, I think, did this the best. The whole using the screen and windows on the screen. Searching, which is now a horror film, which I think that was for the better. Searching is fantastic with John Cho. I reviewed that film. I defended that film. It was my favorite film of that year. So there's nothing original here is what I'm getting at. There's nothing original. I don't think there's anything that creative about it. Compared to what other critics wants to say, just because it mentions a couple fucking dialogue about quarantine, which were the stuff going on in the world right now. Okay, it's 56 minutes long. You know what, maybe some of that time could have helped develop the characters or create a more interesting creative ending. Or okay, the first 38 minutes, 5-10 minutes of meet and greet. Hi, we're doing a seance. Hi there. One window pops up, second, 3, 4, 5, so forth. The one guy, he shows his fucking place off, and this little fucking musical dealy, which comes back later. And then another 10 minutes is them doing the seance. Someone says they felt something. And then the one girl says, oh my god, I heard something. Then later you find out she was bullshitting. But because she was lying while they're doing the seance, because she was lying, oh yeah, there was a spirit, and she made up someone, made up a name, made up a person, that fucked the seance up, and that's why all this bad shit's happening. So you don't really even get a sense of story. Like, what can you really say the story other than there's no mythology, there's no history. Like, even I keep thinking of Unfriended because that's the closest I can compare this to. Yeah, a little bit of history of, well, this ghost is the vengeful spirit of this woman that was cyberbullied. Now, one of my faults with Unfriended is they should have made that victim more innocent. Because the stories you hear is that that girl was just as bad or worse than the others, but still, I think they could have made that character more innocent to further showcase their theme of cyberbullying. But anyway, getting back to this. So I said the first 30 minutes, 5-10 minutes of greeting, meeting and greeting, 5-10 minutes of the seance, things going wrong, oops, this girl lied. 10 minutes or so of this girl, one girl's chair slides all the way back, like, while she's sitting on it. The other girl, she gets freaked out. For some reason, takes her entire fucking laptop to go out and then go up to the attic because she heard something. Why? Why would you take your entire fucking laptop with you if you're this scared, you see something may be going on, and then you're going up to the attic, and the only thing you see in the attic, it pans, and you see like a pair of legs that looks like something's hanging. But she doesn't notice it, even though she's holding the fucking thing. Like, she doesn't notice it, like someone else has to notice it. Then she goes back, there's nothing there. Sits back down. I'm like, this ain't fucking Scooby-Doo. Stop fucking investigating. And this whole time I'm like, just fucking leave. Why are these people not leaving? Why don't you just fucking leave? Fuck the quarantine. Put on a fucking mask and just leave. Of course, later on you realize it doesn't matter if they leave, but at this point they don't know that, and we don't know that. Even in Unfriended, the fucking thing stated, if you leave, you die. If you turn off your computer, you die. This didn't do that for a good chunk of it. Technically, it never really did it. It just, later on, I think one person tries, they push back. One person does, and seems like they're fine until they go into their friend's place. And then they realize they summoned a false spirit because this girl with the glasses made something up. I have to call the girl with the glasses because I don't remember their names. I can't tell you anything about these characters. There's really nothing to them. And for a film that people are saying, oh, it's the scariest horror film of the year and the best horror film of the year, or one of the best. I'm like, if this is one of the best horror films, well, they're right. It's a really shitty year. Shitty year for real life. And shitty year for movies. Because there's barely been any movies. Although there's been some I've liked. But I'm thinking, if this is the scariest movie of the year and you think this is an amazing... Maybe because I've seen like 100 found footage films and a lot of them are similar to this. And hell, a lot of them are better than this. Where is his love for As Above, So Below, which I think is miles better than this? Or Exists, which is miles better than this? Or Afflicted, which I think is miles better than this? Not that I think the films are scary, but Afflicted, nice take on a vampire story. As Above, So Below, found footage mixed... I know this isn't found footage, but bear with me. Nice take on adventure mixed in with that ideal, that format. Exists, interesting way to do a Bigfoot movie. I mentioned The Tunnel. even have the possession of Michael Keane, my friend who got possessed. That was better than this. And all I said to describe literally 30 fucking minutes of the movie. I'm like, is it okay? There's like 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes left. And then for the last like 15 minutes, they try to do all that they can. It's like, shit, we got 15 minutes left. Snap to it. Snap, crackle, and pop. So they're on phone with the one girl that helped her with the seance, and they would never hear from her back, so I don't know if that girl is even alive or dead. One, you see the woman going back, spoilers obviously, going back and forth on the camera, but you realize that's a loop, and instead she got hit repeatedly from the camera. Which I swear films like Unfriended did that, where someone got their face fucking smashed to the camera. It just, even the scares are not that original. One person, they look down, they see these invisible footsteps, and the reason she sees is because powder makes the footsteps. I'm going, didn't they fucking do that in Paranormal Activity? Where they put the fucking powder down and you see the footsteps? So great, ripping off did a POV of her dragged, and then she just dropped, and then she hides under a blanket for a good chunk. Then later on she's dragged, and I think she's trying to run out, but she just picked up and dropped onto a table. The one guy comes back, and even though he had absolutely nothing to do, I'm trying to remember if he even had anything to do with the seance. I don't think he did. But apparently if you just go on the Zoom thing, so there's rules because, well, this came out because you did something wrong. You said a fake name. So it sounded as if there are rules to this, but no, apparently there are no rules, because a guy who had nothing to do with it, you just turn on, hey, how's it going? And then, boom, he gets killed like a minute later. Okay. And he gets burned. Other people get killed. I don't care, because I have no reason to care. They've given me nothing to bring myself to care about the characters. Because you barely know them. You don't know shit about them. And that's one of the flaws of having a 56-minute movie. The positives is, if you don't like it, at least it didn't last too long. The negatives, it's only 56 fucking minutes. And that's including the end credits, which is 1-2 minutes. The first minute or so is open up the fucking Zoom app or whatever. So it ends with one girl with the glasses putting on the mask. Why is she able to fucking get out? I don't know. Like, she's able to go outside and nothing happens to her, but to other people it does. See, that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't. Either characters do stupid stuff where they fucking take the fucking laptop or the camera, they walk around as if the goddamn want to partake maybe in a fucking Scooby-Doo reboot. This is how we investigate. Bring me on to a paranormal fucking investigation show. See, the characters once again doing stupid shit, or there are no rules. One person didn't go outside and nothing happens, and then they break back into, because they live very near to one of their friends. And she can walk outside and nothing happens. Other people, everything happens. one girl that led the seance, we don't even know if anything really happened to her. So she got a free pass? I don't know. The one guy who had like nothing to do with it, boom, he gets killed. You would think the seance, well, whatever. Another girl, I swear, that is technically the first to die. I swear she was in a place with like her dad and another. Because at the beginning they show like she was getting a fucking finger paint and stuff. Or whatever the hell on her forehead. Were they sleeping? Were they out for the day? Or did they die? Or I don't know. And then it ends with a typical fucking ending. There's nothing creative. The last two get together. They decide to fucking shoot. I don't know why. Because there wouldn't be a movie. That means one of them must have been holding the fucking laptop. Because we're still seeing as they're moving along. Why the fuck are you doing that? Did someone answer me that? Why are you doing that? Why? That'd be like me picking up my laptop after all my friends are dead and I'm with someone. I'm still in fucking... Yeah, I'm gonna pick this laptop up and I'm gonna be like... And then the thing go... for your cheap jump scare, and then the movie ends. Scariest horror movie of the year is the best horror movie of the year. Hell, I'd rather watch The Invisible Man over this. There hasn't been that many movies in general, so... Hell, I'd rather watch The Hunt, which I know some people don't like it, but I'd rather watch that than this. Just go back and rewatch Unfriended. Hell, go back and watch or rewatch Searching. Or if you don't want to just stick with the... Like, I don't even know how to rank them. Like, The Den, interesting idea, but I didn't care for the third act. I didn't watch my review of The Den. Searching, I think is easily the best. I think it was one of the best films it was my favorite film that year. I think it was John Cho deserved award recognition. That's how much I love Searching. Open Windows, Elijah Wood. I would put that above this, but I didn't care for that film because it tried to be too ambitious, but they got really stupid by doing that. That's one I haven't reviewed, maybe one day. Unfriended I did like. Yeah, the characters are pretty damn loathsome, but that was the general idea. There was a reason for that, and I understood the reason. I actually thought it was an interesting idea. It's funny, I was looking up reviews and one person's like, Unfriended, but if it was good. Apparently a lot of people feel that way. I go, Unfriended if it was more generic. I'm like, have you seen a found footage movie? Characters doing stupid shit, characters that shouldn't put down their fucking camera. Again, even Unfriended, they said if you will die, at least they gave a reason. And as crappy as some people say that film, at least they attempted to build up characters. At least you find out their true selves and their secrets, and yeah, they're not likable characters. I agree with you, but that was kind of the point. People go, well, that doesn't mean I can understand you don't want to follow unlikable characters. Believe me, I can understand that. There have been films I've disliked for the same reason, so I can understand that, but I don't see how this is better. I mean, technically, I guess you could say these are more likable, I guess, but that's because you know nothing about them. And it just seems like that it really seemed like nothing happened for almost 40 fucking minutes. Except a chair sliding. back. Almost nothing for 40 fucking minutes. I'm like, this movie's almost over and nothing has happened. And this is a guy that loves the 1999 Blair Witch Project. And I felt even more fucking happened compared to this. It's not like you didn't know the characters, or you didn't know the history, or a background, or a backstory of what this thing is, or its origin, or nothing. And then cheap fucking jump scares, or stuff that maybe because I've seen, literally at this point, I have seen at least 100 found footage films. At least. I mean, I even have a playlist on my channel of reviews done of that nature. From, hell, if I went on my playlist, yeah, this will be a long one, folks, because I just want to get it out of my basement. Because this is overrated. It deserves to be taken down a peg or two. And maybe, you know, I'm sure I'm alone in this. I don't care. I'm not going to fucking lie and say, I love it, when I don't. You hate everything. Well, I like Bad Boys for Life. I liked Sonic the Hedgehog. I liked Guns Akimbo. I liked The Invisible Man. I liked The Hunt. That's just a couple films in 2020 I enjoyed. Of Bad Boys for Life I enjoyed. That's an action film. Sonic, that's a kid's film. Invisible Man, that's a thriller, little bit of horror. More of a thriller, I would say. Guns Akimbo, that's an action film. VFW, I enjoyed that film. I don't want to forget that. Let's see. Sorry about the slowdown. Last video added to my playlist. Yeah, I have over 70 videos on there, and I know I've seen more. I just haven't reviewed them. But yeah, from Digging Up the Marrow, The Tunnel, Afflicted, As Above So Below, The Blair Witch Project, Exists, St. Francisville Experiment, Apollo 18, that's a bad one. Area 407, that's a bad one. I've seen the fucking Paranormal Activity films. I mean, no, this is not the worst. That would go to shit like The Zombie Diaries, or The Devil Inside My Ass, or Bigfoot County. Like, those are the worst ones. Alien Origin, which I never even fucking reviewed, it was that bad. Or Willow Creek, or The Pyramid, or fucking Alien Abduction, Eyes in the Dark. And there were some decent ones, like Lake Mungo, and The Possession of Michael Keane, and The Take of Deborah Lodian. But then you get awful shit like RWD, or The Hunted, or Blackwater Vampire. And then you did decent ones like They're Watching. Phoenix Forgotten was there. Take of Deborah Lodian, pretty decent. Maybe I've seen so many of these fucking films, man. I don't know, man. I don't see what the hype for this came from. I really don't. It was on Shudder. I don't have Shudder, but I found another place to watch it. And don't care about the characters. The events pretty much unfriended, repeated. Group of people, supernatural event. They get picked off one by one until there's the last remaining screen, and then it ends almost the same way. Someone going, characters doing stupid shit. but it's the scariest movie of the year, apparently. Man, what a shitty year. What a shitty fucking year. As this movie can... Yeah, this would be on my worst films of the year list. I know that. It's not the worst. Not even close. I would go to like Bulletproof 2 or something of that nature. But it... just generic. Generic, unoriginal, not scary, not creative, and old hat. Old hat. Sorry, man. Not impressed. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.